Coming to you live from Two Drunk Girls Studios.
I'm Kinsey.
And I'm Olivia.
And this is the KO Show. Woo! Woo! So today we're going to discuss this book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is normally used for business purposes, but we're going to relate it to personal relationships. I think we should get like a couple from our studio audience. What do you think, y'all? We're gonna pick some people.
I think I see who just I want to bring. Here we go. You come up here.
No! See, they definitely need this. So what are y'all's names?
I'm Christopher.
I'm Jen.
We're Kinsey and Olivia.
Hello.
So how long have y'all been together?
Three beautiful years.
I thought it was 2, but
Three if you include just how much?
3-ish.
3-ish.
Okay, we'll say 3-ish.
2-ish.
Sense some different perspectives on your relationship here?
No.
None?
We're the same. Think of the same heart.
The same
together.
heart?
That's what he thinks.
As one.
I think with a different heart.
So the topic of today's show is actually about this book here, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
Oh.
So it can actually be used for personal relationships as well, which can help move your relationship forward or make sure y'all are on the same page.
Treat your
So
love like a
none of
business.
y'all aren't
Sounds
really.
boring.
Who wrote that?
It was Stephen R. Covey.
Okay.
Covey. 15 million copies
This
sold.
is for like old people.
Oh, I knew this was a book show.
I think this can be really beneficial to y'all. So I think we should just go over at least 6 of the habits. That way you can decide if you want to read the book and move forward.
Bring it on.
Bring
We're
it
ready.
on.
We're ready to.
Are you ready for this challenge,
I
Jen?
suppose so.
Okay, so the first habit is to be proactive, which y'all did by coming up here today.
Was this a setup?
No.
No, it's luck.
Just luck.
So, do y'all have open communication between each other?
I think so.
What he doesn't know doesn't kill him.
Well, I appreciate her honesty, but I'm in charge of my own feelings.
How does that make you feel, Jen?
Honestly, like I am who I am and I'm not going to change. He doesn't listen to me and I hate it. We don't live in like a cookie cutter marriage. This isn't perfect. And he just acts like, oh, it's so perfect. I love her. Like, no.
I do though.
Y'all do love each other, though?
I do.
Sometimes.
It seems the problem here is that you're being proactive in your relationship and you, however, are being reactive. We need to take a step closer and look at your relationship using.
Just to relate it back to the book, like Olivia was suggesting, it says our language is a variable indicator of the degree to which we see ourselves as proactive people. So, Jen, like you said, that's just the way I am, which is an example of reactive language. And Christopher is saying, like, I control my own feelings is an example of proactive language.
So are you saying he's right?
No, I'm saying, like, the way you're thinking is not, neither one of you are wrong or right. It's just 2 different ways of thinking. And just to put that, like, more into perspective, it says that reactive people make love of feelings. So you're driven by feelings, which is why you're so upset and angry. Because you're upset with the way you feel and him not understanding it. And then Christopher, it says, proactive people make love a verb. It's something you do. So you're being proactive and putting it into action rather than just, like, listening to her and how she feels. Which can be frustrating to both ends because you both feel like you're putting this stuff in. But
Like
it's
I need my
different.
space sometimes.
Yeah, like the way you're feeling is just different. So instead of bashing heads about it, I think you both could learn from each side of the way everybody the other's thinking. Because if you understand where she's coming from, she might understand you better as well.
We can work on it.
We definitely want her to understand.
The way you're feeling
we
and the
feel,
way
yeah.
she's thinking.
Yeah,
So,
the way our love can just be the same.
the same love.
But I am who I am.
And you control your own
I
feelings.
control my own feelings.
But she also controls her own feelings, and you are the way you are.
So I should let her.
You can both be proactive and reactive and work together.
Let's work on this.
So we're going to go to a short break, and we'll be right back to discuss this more.
Coffee.
Tea.
Starbucks. Only leaders drink Starbucks.
Get your Starbucks.
Okay, so now that we're back from the break, we're going to move forward with habit 2, which is begin with the end in mind. So what are y'all's end goals for the relationship?
Thinking children would be
Children?
good.
I'm thinking money.
Oh,
So you have different goals.
Apparently.
Have you discussed this before?
Yes.
Seems like not really.
I mean, I don't know how many times I told him that I didn't want children. We have to make money first. We can't even support ourselves. So how are we gonna support 2 brats running around our house when we don't even have a house big enough for both of us?
With time will come everything.
I am sensing some hostility.
I don't want children.
So just to actually, this fits right in with the next habit, which is put first things first. Do you put money before a relationship?
Honestly, like I'm CEO of my company, and yeah, I wake up to work. I'm not gonna wake up to change diapers. I'm gonna wake up to work.
So that's more important to you?
Yes.
And then what do you consider most important? Like what's first for you?
Our relationship.
Your
to me.
relationship?
Yes, absolutely.
Do you feel it puts like a damper on your relationship that you have different items, but objectives first?
I feel like with time we'll have
Like he doesn't even work.
Does that bother you?
Yes.
Like, does it bother you that she does work and brings home the money,
not
essentially?
at all. Not at all.
So,
Pathetic.
So maybe you should be the one taking care of kids since you want
would
them.
that be an option?
That could be a compromise. I mean, well, if she's willing to work on it.
So you get the kids, you make kids. No, let me get this straight. Hold on. So I work, get the money, and I don't want kids, but we're gonna have kids. You're not gonna make any money, and you're just gonna take care of them.
So,
What does
in
the book tell us?
Well, in the book, there is an example of like an emotional bank account, which essentially you put in what, and then you take out what you get, like what you put in.
Yeah.
So, do you feel you put more into the relationship than she does?
I think so. I think I put way more.
So, do you feel like it'd basically be like an overdraft, like you're taking out?
Like it's not balanced. That's for sure.
Okay.
Do you feel the same way?
Absolutely.
Like you put enough in?
Yeah, I feel like I'm the man of the house, actually.
Well,
That's a
does this bother you?
Yeah.
So I think the best way to do is think win-win, which is the next habit. Habit
Okay.
4 is think win-win. So you could think of how is it win-win for her to work and you be at home? What would be a win-win for that
I
situation?
can get a job. Yeah, I can start looking for.
So you think that we should both get jobs and then make enough money and then have the kids?
That's like a really
I
good
think
plan.
that's fair.
That's fair. Absolutely.
And you both win essentially because
That's
you get to
true.
continue working and you get enough money to support you and the children.
Yes, which is something that she wants.
So I don't feel like it's just me making the money as well.
Absolutely, it shouldn't be that.
Absolutely.
So we agree on this topic?
Yes.
See, we
Win-win.
have some goals.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Win-win
Okay.
is for lovers.
Lovers right here. We should take a break and hear from our sponsors.
Marvel. These are movies. These are movies by Marvel, or soon to be. Marvel.
From our break, we're going to move on to habit number 5, which is seek first to understand, then be understood. So do you think y'all have a good understanding of one another?
Now we do. I mean, first coming on, we didn't, but,
Not fully,
we're
but we're getting there.
getting there.
So
I think we need to both improve on our listening skills.
Yes. Put our
I think-
priorities first.
I think maybe you should listen to understand, and then you can both be understood by each other.
Yeah, just don't listen to just give me a response because you're not listening.
I'll listen the intent to
understand.
understand instead of
Exactly.
reply.
Yes.
So I think if you both just learn to understand one another, you'll have a better appreciation for each other, which kind of ties into the last habit we will discuss today, which is habit 6, which is synergize, or just about synergy. So do you feel you're both on the same page?
Same chapter.
Same chapter?
We're in the same chapter, I think. But
Almost.
It's a good place to start. Same
He's in
chapter.
like chapter 4, and I'm in like the prologue.
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I need to take a step back.
Like he needs to like relax.
But slow down.
Yeah.
Now,
Knowing
are you
where you
listening
are.
to understand her? Are you understanding that she wants you to slow
Yes.
down?
Like I love you means nothing unless you show me actions.
Absolutely. And then we move
Actions
together.
speak louder
We
than
move at the same pace.
Actions as you're going to start getting a job, because obviously that's what she wants you to do.
Correct.
Okay.
And
is
want
that what you
to
want
have-
to
And then
do?
eventually we'll just work on the next steps in our relationship. We'll get
One
to
Which
step
it.
at a
eventually will
time.
be children.
One step at a time.
One step at a time. heard
I don't know.
that
I'm not
one
feeling
before.
a lot of synergy going on right now.
That's because
feeling a
this
lot
was
of-
a setup, so we're on the show for a reason. So eventually we'll start moving in the same direction.
Eventually.
But right now we're just like a little.
We've
So
got-
this was you being proactive, trying to get your problems out there and talk about
I mean,
them.
the book really did help, like going through this
Yeah.
stuff.
And then we're watching this episode, maybe.
And I think today we're going to give you a free copy of the book. So
Yes,
home
we will
with you.
both
Oh,
leave
wow.
with one. You
Isn't
can
that
read
great?
some,
You
and
know?
not this one.
Oh, okay.
This one's
Don't
not
be
this
so
one.
needy.
You will get a new copy. Oh my gosh! And you'll get a lovely note from
And let
us.
me guess, it's signed too.
By us, not
Thank you.
the author, Cubby. Cubby did not
Thanks.
sign it. But thank you for volunteering to be up here. If you would say
No
volunteer.
problem.
No problem. Yeah, so they will be getting their free copies of the book, and we'll be back with the rest of the KO show.